last set of stats I saw, at least a year and a half ago, I think the percentages, the Guard reservist was higher than that of the active component. It's real. It's real. Suicide. I'm talking about suicide. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are now, but at one time I saw that, which was striking. You have suicide, you have PTSD, and those are two separate issues that soldiers deal with. What are the causes and how people deal with it is as varied as the people that are in the services. So when you take a guardsman or woman, they're coming from all different walks of life. These are citizen soldiers living in your neighborhoods, living in the house next to you. They could be firemen, policemen, transit workers, sanitation workers, as well as bankers and teachers. So they're coming from all walks of life, and also varied experiences. You could have somebody who's a supervisor in say transit or sanitation, or a mid-level manager in a bank, or even a director, at some institution, as well as a 22-year-old who's still struggling to finish school. So you have this wide variety of experiences that they bring with them, and again, I keep stressing the fact that these are citizen soldiers. They put this uniform on, they do their work, and at the end, they hang the uniform up and they go back to their civilian jobs and whatever occupations they have. We do know this, that you cannot have witnessed or be exposed to some of what soldiers are exposed to downrange and be the same after that. You're just not. And for those who sustain injuries, physical, again, that's changed. So it's very real. It's very real. The upside of this is we as a nation, and even as an army, we're much more, our senior leaders are much more keen to recognizing and allowing for the discussion and making the provisions to address these things today than, say, our counterparts in Vietnam. Okay, so that speaks to, there is a genuine effort to keep improving and keep getting better at what we do. We have organizations, you have Wounded Warriors, which addresses our soldiers with physical injuries that you can see, and in some cases some of the emotional injuries. I came across another organization the other day, Warrior Hike. These are former soldiers who have redeployed, and they hike off the war and all of its trauma and whatever else by embarking on the Appalachian Trail, and they'll go from one of it to the other. And it's a whole process that usually by the time they get to the end, they've just kind of let that burden go. So much more aware of the second and third order effects of sending people into battle these days than we were years ago.